Tires slashed on 27 cars in one neighborhood in one night. That was the call to arms that had people in the Coleraine Township neighborhood of Northbrook saying enough is enough. A painful but constructive community meeting followed.
When you wake up in the morning and there's police all over your street, you don't know initially what's wrong. And so it's scary, and you never want to have that feeling again. So at that point, something had to be done.
And that's horrible. I mean, I would be as angry as they were.
And from that, about 8 neighbors stepped up to form a Greater Northbrook. The group, along with a partnership with township administrators, police, and firefighters, has begun to transform the neighborhood.
The community's definitely getting stronger, friendlier. A year ago, I didn't know most of the neighbors actually on my street.
I'm joined now by Dave Holthouse, the author of Our Forgotten Neighborhoods, a series that's been running actually for about a year now. And we are in Northbrook, which is in Coleraine Township. And why is this place so important, Dave?
Well, the Northbrook Shopping Center was once a community hub, and it's mostly empty now. There's only one store left here. But the neighborhood wants to turn it into a community gathering place. Sure. And have, say, festivals or neighborhood outings where the neighborhood can come together and start talking to each other, share their stories, and get to know each other a little bit. That's really important for community participation.
Could this forgotten neighborhood, if you will, be used as a template for other neighborhoods trying to put themselves back on the map because of that communication?
Yeah, I think so. The neighbors got organized. They had one night where there were 25, 30 cars had their tires slashed in one night, and they had just had enough, so they got organized. They called for a meeting with the township and with the police, laid out all their grievances that have been building for years, and the police and the township were very receptive to it, and that meeting was the start of a really productive partnership where they're now working together on some concrete problems and getting things done.
So the question is, how do you continue the positive vibe, and what do they really need to pay attention to in Northbrook?
Yeah, well, they need to keep the communication channels open with the township, with the police, and among the neighborhood themselves. So they need to share their stories with each other and some of the problems that they're seeing. They've got block watch programs started. And they've got some issues with out-of-town landlords that are buying up houses. So that's something they're going to need to be aware of and let the township know what they need there. And just really stay vigilant and stay in communication with each other and with the police and the township officials.
It sounds as if, though, that you've planted the seeds of taking a stake.
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
is really important to surging forward, right?
Yeah, the neighbors took ownership in their neighborhood, and they stood up and took care of it.
All right, Dave Holthouse, thank you. And if you would like to read more about Northbrook and more of our Forgotten Neighborhood series, all you have to do is go to WCPO.com.